What's up, guys? It's Justin from Monster Lab with another Let's Draw video, so let's get into it. Alright guys, so here we're drawing a background for the latest animation I'm working on. It's a Pokemon Go related animation, so it should be pretty funny, I hope, but I guess you'll be the judge, right? Anyway. Yeah, so here you see me doing some of the line work. By the way, I apologize if my voice sounds funny. Funnier than normal. I'm suffering from a cold, or I was. At least I'm getting better. But anyway, yeah. So here you see me doing some of the line work. A lot of the backgrounds and stuff that you'll notice on my animations are kind of tropical looking, because I love California. California is fucking amazing. I was just there 3 or 4 weeks ago on my honeymoon, and I've been there before, but never for an extended period of time. And it was just amazing. I love California. So a lot of the backgrounds and stuff you see on my animations are based on California. Flowers and stuff, the palm trees. It gives you a good feeling, you know, when you see that kind of stuff. You just feel free, and just that ocean breeze is just incredible. You know, if you've ever been there, you know what I mean. People are out and about skateboarding or whatever. Speaking of skateboarding, I used to skate once upon a time, and if you've ever ridden a skateboard, you're probably pretty bruised up, especially on the legs. I have a ton of scars still on my legs from skateboarding. This one time, me and my buddies were playing skate. I don't know if you guys know what skate is, but it's kind of like horse. Kind of like your buddy does a trick, and you have to repeat the trick. If you fail, you get an S, you know, and then a K, an A, T, E, or whatever until somebody loses. Anyway, so we were doing that, right? And we're at my middle school, and we have these like concrete steps that are they're not steps, they're more like seats, kind of like auditorium style. Like, you know, there's like 4 of them. Each step is like 3 feet tall. So, you know, my buddy, he at the time at least, he was a great skater. He decides, you know, to get on like the 4th fucking step, which is like a good 12 feet up, and do a was like a kick flip or a heel flip off that. And so I didn't think he was gonna fucking land that shit, and he fucking landed it. And I was like, oh. So at this point, I can't pussy out. I have to do it, right? So I get up there. I had never done something that high up before. So, you know, fucking dick ass move, right? By my buddy. But anyway, so I'm going to do it, right? I'm gonna go do a fucking kick flip, because I could never do heel flips for whatever reason. So I go to do a fucking kick flip off this thing, and I do it, right? And I fucking land it. I'm like fucking. So for a brief second, I'm like, holy shit! I just landed this off like 12 feet. It was like maybe a second or less than that I had that thought in my head before the skateboard flips out from underneath me. I smack the back of my head right on the damn concrete. If you've seen those videos on YouTube where grinding off the rails on stairs or off something kind of high, and they kind of whip the back of their head on the concrete, that's what I did. And I'm not sure if I passed out, but when I opened my eyes, I couldn't see anything. I was blind. It was just dark. And immediately I thought, holy shit, I'm fucking dead. Like, I'm dead. That's the first thing that popped into my mind. And I'm like, well, you know, obviously I'm still conscious, and I could barely hear my buddies' muffled voices like in the background. So I knew that I wasn't dead, right, at that moment. But I was like, well, shit, I'm blind. Like, I'm blind. I fucking blinded myself. My first thought, it was like, well, at least you'll have superhuman hearing. You know, at least like, my mind went automatically to the positives, because that's just the way I think. So I'm thinking here, like, I'm gonna have fucking like super bat hearing or some shit like that, like fucking, you know, supersonic hearing. So then you know, as I'm looking, I'm staring into, I guess my eyes are open because I can hear my buddy's voices slowly coming to, and they're like, holy shit, somebody call the ambulance, somebody call somebody. And you know, just then I see a little point of light, a little dot, like right in the center. You know, by the way, I'm still blind, and I'm like, oh shit, like that's the tunnel, like that's the tunnel you see when you're dying, right? That's what I thought. And so this little dot was slowly getting brighter and brighter and like bigger and bigger. I was like, oh fuck, oh shit, like no, I don't want to go through this fucking tunnel. I'm done. Like no. By the way, there was no, you know, how they say that there's like, you know, dead family members and people you know, like, you know, passing by you. I didn't see none of that shit. So I was like, fuck, like I'm abandoned by my dead relatives. Like on top of being dead, that sucks ass, right? Like what did I do to you to deserve this, right? But anyway, so this light's getting bigger and bigger. And it turns out it's the sun. It's my vision coming back. So I'm laying flat on the ground, staring up at the sun. And it's, you know, it's the sun. I see my buddies kind of like their silhouettes standing over me. And at this point, I'm seeing like stars. Like, I don't know if you've ever experienced that where you've had a concussion, but you see stars. Like, you see little points of light, like little dots. And so you know, I kind of recovered from it. I sat up, and my buddies were like panicking and shit. And I was like, no, don't call anybody. I'm good. Fucking don't call the ambulance. So after that, we kind of just walked home, like nothing happened. Like it was all good. I was kind of woozy and stuff. And you know how they say, you know, after having a head injury like that, do not fall asleep, because if you have a severe concussion, you'll fucking stay asleep, right? So I get home and I'm like, I'm sleepy as shit. I'm gonna fall asleep. So I fucking fall asleep. Obviously I woke up, because I wouldn't be here telling you guys this story if I didn't. But straight up, that's a true story. My apologies. I tend to go off on tangents like that. Fucking ADHD brain. What was I even talking about to begin with? California. Anyway, yeah, so here you see I'm almost done with this background, California-esque background. Anyway, in other news, I might be introducing a new artist / contributor to my channel, which is pretty exciting. She's a young artist. Her shit is dope as fuck. So you guys, I'm sure, will love her. But all in due time. I know, I understand that an artist's time is limited. So we'll see when we can make this happen. I'm not going to disclose much at this point. But what I will say is that I'm trying to build a team of artists of all kinds. Writers, musicians, vocals. I can't do all the voices myself. You know, I have both male and female characters. So I need voices. So if you guys think you have what it takes, drop me a comment, email me, whatever. I know that right now my channel is pretty small, but the stuff that I'm making right now is pretty damn legit. So I need help. So if you guys are up for it, let me know, because I could really, really use the help. It's extremely difficult and time consuming to do this alone. It just is. Like, this takes so much time to produce everything myself. Like, even a 2-minute animation takes hours and hours and hours to produce. The sound effects, the music, everything. You pretty much have to do everything yourself. Otherwise, you can't gain anything from it. So yeah, I'm looking for, you know, talented people. No worries, I'm not going to steal anybody's art in any form. I'm not looking to do that. I'm an honest person. I will link over to any social media site you have, any YouTube channel you have. I will credit you to the fullest. I'm just looking for help, you know, because this is fucking difficult. So if you want to do this and you want to be a team, then contact me and we'll talk about the details. So I don't care how old you are. I recognize talent as talent, regardless of age. Anyway, I'm going to let the rest of this video play out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's not the most entertaining video that I put out, but if you haven't already, please subscribe and please like this video if you liked it, because it really helps me. You have no idea. But thanks guys, and until next time, have a great day.